once when I ruled the world.
Don't we love technical difficulties while I'm trying to take a shit? I was literally in the bathroom and James was like, oh, by the way, YouTube went down. And I was like, shit. But we're back. Thank you. Just to make it easier for me to decipher what's what on YouTube's end, if anything. If I were a rich man. All day long I'd bitty bitty bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard.
I'm back.
Oh, hi back, I'm Danny.
Danny?
Yes, you missed all the fun. I went on a break to go take my meds and use the bathroom, and while I was in the bathroom, the YouTube stream went down and I had to fucking fix it. Very rude.
How rude.
Yeah, right? I got a message from James just like, oh, it's down on YouTube's end, by the way. And I was like, shit. And I was trying to take a fucking dump. Last thing I fucking need. YouTube is fucking... It's not even Susan anymore. Who runs YouTube now? Whose fault is it? Misinformed by Susan. Was it fucking cum? No, the bot's down too. Son of a bitch. It happened again, Zero. If you're here, it happened again. Okay, let's try this again. There we go.
Let's do the game, shall we?
Can you say come?
No! You can say it in the context of that you're going somewhere.
I'm going to come.
Don't do that. That was off script.
I said that you could.
You've been misinformed by Susan.
Susan! It's not even Susan anymore. I don't know who hang on. Alexa, who owns YouTube? That's not helpful! Alexa, who's the CEO of YouTube? Was! Okay, Alexa, who is the current CEO of YouTube? No! Who runs it now? Just says was! Because she doesn't run it anymore! Hey Siri, who is the current CEO of YouTube?
Neil Moen.
Wait, you said Tim Owen?
Neil Mohan.
Oh, Neil Mohan?
Some Indian guy.
Alexa, who's Neil Mohan? So why couldn't you just tell me that? Huh? If it's in your database that you know who she is.
He.
Oh yeah, who he is? The fucking... Dumb bitch. What am I paying you for, woman? Sorry, I'm getting heated. I'm getting heated in my legs. Shall we play the game now? Since that's what we're here to do. Oh no, my counter reset! Okay, does anyone know what the duration of the last stream was? Does anyone know?
1 second.
Or if possible, can you check Twitch, because it might not have changed on Twitch's side. It might still be counting on the original value on Twitch's side. I just can't see it on OBS. Does someone have that information? 2 hours 35. Okay. So that means if we run this one till it's 2 hours, we'll hit the 4-hour mark, and that's where we're going in. Okay. Okay. So I run this one for 2 hours, and then we'll be golden. Got it.
How long have you ran this one?
So the previous one before it crashed was about 2 hours 35. I'm planning a 4-hour today, so if I just do another 2 hours, I'll be fine. We're only 9 minutes in, so if I just wait for that to tick up to 2 hours, that's close enough. Okay. Incredible. My curiosity's growing more by the second. It looks like CERN's having trouble adjusting their lifter. They don't have full control over the micro-singularity's gravity, so they can't make a true naked singularity. Giggity. That must be the reason why the subjects turned into jellymen. Kurisu nods. Since the singularity is still closed, the subject is crushed by its tremendous gravity. As a result, substances become fractalized. Let's go with that hypothesis. Of course, there's no way to be sure that that's right. It might take months to prove. And Bart still needs his eggs. Only eggs can sustain me, Okabe. I'll go buy eggs for Bart. Kurisu shrugs her shoulders in resignation. So CERN's lifter is still incomplete. If Tita is telling the truth, then CERN won't complete their time machine for another 24 years. If we can complete the phone wave name subject to change first, then we'll have outwitted CERN. We don't have half the equipment or funding CERN does. What makes you think that you can solve the problem that they can't? This isn't that simple. Well, they don't know what the lifter is, but I do. The lifter in their experiment is really, really fucking simple. CERN still hasn't figured out how to set their subject's destination in time or space. That should be evident by how scattered the Jellyman discoveries were. We don't even know if this is all of them. There could be Jellymen buried underground or floating in space, actually. I'm almost certain there are. There's no point traveling through time if you just end up in tens of thousands of kilometers away from Earth. It's not practical at all. Peter said that he had a variable gravity lock system. He he
それによ
can
って
use that to lock
地球
onto
の重
Earth's
力を捉
gravity
え
and ensure he
必
arrives
ず地
somewhere
球
on
があ
the
る場所
planet's
に到着できるよ
surface.
うになる。
タイタンの説明はその点に
Pete's
ついては曖昧
explanation
だわ。
on that point was vague.
そういう機会がある。
He mentioned having such a device, but he didn't explain how it worked.
でも時間移動したら
But if
同
you're
じ場
only
所に出
moving
るだ
through
けじゃない
time,
の
won't you just arrive at the same location?
Ah, email from Ferris. Have you bought Phantasm's debut single, nya? It's the theme song for Reinot Kekaru. So it's really popular. Ferris bought 5 copies, nya. It's my duty as a Rainetter. Anyway, here's an important secret hidden in Phantasm's songs. The key to unlocking it is, oops, the bell's ringing. Yeah, looks like someone's here. Better see who it is. I'm aware they're said to contain the directions to the sanctuary, as well as prophecies regarding the end of the world. Isn't that right? Of course not.
なんで
Why not?
地球は常に動
Because
き
of the
続けているから
Earth.
だ。
Because the Earth is always moving.
そう。自転と
Right,
行動。
rotation and revolution.
地球の自転速度は時速
The
に
Earth's
して大体
rotational velocity is about
1650
1,650 kilometers per hour.
公転速度は時速で考え
Orbital
ると
velocity around the Sun is about 114,000 kilometers per hour.
1時間前にいた座標から
Meaning 1 hour
私たちは
ago,
それだけ
we were
離れ
that
ることに
far
なる
away from where we are now.
Whoa, when you think about it like that, we're earth-shatteringly fast!
それだけじゃない
And that's not all.
地球を含む太陽系は
The solar system is part of the Milky Way, and the Milky Way spins like a giant whirlpool.
諸説あるけど
There are various theories, but basically the Earth moves about 50 million kilometers a day. How can she roll all those numbers so smoothly with her tongue? I get that she's a genius, but it's hardly common knowledge. Has she been doing research on the topic?
なんかもうスケールが途方もない
We've kind of gotten to a ludicrous scale.
ついでに言うとミル
By
キ
the
ーウェ
way,
イ
the
を含む
Milky
複
Way is
数の
part
銀
of
河
a
で
large
銀河群
cluster
に
of
形成され
galaxies,
ている
which
し
itself is
さ
part
ら
of an
に上
even
の
larger
グループとして超
supercluster.
銀河それらの銀河群も超銀河
These
団も
clusters and superclusters might be moving too. If
そう
that's
な
the
ると
case,
さらに
we're
医
moving
薬
even
的に
more than
私たち
50
の
million
条件は
kilometers a day.
いずれにせよほんの1秒前に飛ぼうとするだけでも膨
The
大な
point
直
is
所
that
場試
setting your
験の計
destination
算が
requires
必要
insane
になる
calculations, even if you want to travel 1 second into the past.
手動じゃ無理だし
Doing it by hand is
同じ場所に移
impossible,
動し
and
よ
it
うと思
might
った
take
ら
years for a
スパコンで計
supercomputer
算
to
した
come
っ
up
て
with the
解
solution,
が出るまでに何年か
just to get you to the same location.
ならば仕方あるまい。ダイターを探し出し、その可変重力システムを借りようではないか。
Then we have no choice. We need to find Tita and borrow his variable gravity system.
それは明暗ね
Great idea, go for it.
この問題について
I wonder how CERN is dealing with this problem. After blowing me off, Kurisu goes back to reading CERN's documents. Dara and I aren't good with English, so there's nothing we can do but let her work. Dawn breaks. We stayed up all night again. Fighting drowsiness, I refill my mug with instant coffee. I've already lost count how many I've had.
岡部
Should I have an instant coffee? Considering my throat is fucking dying from doing Kurisu's voice so much. Oh wants to redeem a hydrate coffee, be my guest. Okabe. Kurisu hands her mug to me without looking away from the computer. I guess she expects me to refill it. Since when did I become her maid? She should ask Mayuri for stuff like this. Mayuri's a professional maid after all. That said, Kurisu's the one reading Cern's documents right now. Daru and I can manage if we use translation software, but we're nowhere near as efficient as she is. Well, it's not exactly what I had in mind when I said I wanted to borrow her knowledge. It just goes to show that I was right to make her a lab member. She's an asset to the lab. For now, at least, I should try not to upset her. I silently take the mug from Kurisu, dump in the powdered coffee, and pour in hot water from the pot. 2 packets of sugar, no milk. Kurisu has already requested it the same way 5 times today. I mix it well and bring it over to Kurisu. She doesn't immediately realize I'm standing behind her, so I hold the mug in front of her face. Kurisu takes it without turning.
Arigato.
Thanks. Her eyes never leave the screen. She's completely absorbed in Cern's research. Even though she was adamant when she called them traitors to scientists everywhere, she's not above picking their brains. But I understand how she feels. I'm itching to know more myself. Daru is fast asleep on the sofa. His snoring is quite loud. Furthermore, it sounds like he has sleep apnea. I'm surprised Kurisu has been able to ignore it. Is she just that focused? I decide to watch some TV. As always, the news channels are all covering the Radican satellite crash.
人工衛星墜落から5日が経過した秋葉原ですが、夏休みシーズンに入ったということもあり、
5 days have passed since the satellite crash, and with the start of summer vacation season, crowds are gathering to get a glimpse of the satellite, which still has not yet been removed. I came from Nagoya. I wanted to see it. I drove all the way from Saitama. It's amazing. Where did that thing come from? Yay! I'm a high school girl from Chiba! Tourists from all over Japan are flocking to this location. In an interview earlier today, Michael Byrne, spokesman for NASA, stated that no satellite had crashed in Japan, and the crashed object was in fact not even a satellite. The satellite is currently under police investigation. No date for removal has been set. It's really under investigation? This could be another plot by the organization. Good morning! Oh wait, should I say good afternoon? The door unlocks from outside and Mayuri comes in. God, why did I commit to doing this for 4 hours? Fuck it, I am gonna make a coffee. I don't think my throat can take much more of this without one. Only reason we're going an extra hour is because we were pussyfooting around in last week's episode and barely did anything. And as the spearheader of this series, I felt a responsibility to the plot. At least by next week we can go back to regular 3-hour episodes. Have you spoken with Justin yet? Well, the Quiplash stuff is in its own playlist under Goober Showdown. I will be taking down the cooking sim stuff and editing it together and re-uploading it, yes. I am going to be leaving the Quiplash 1B since it's only split in two. The cooking sim one is split 5 ways though, so I'm not going to leave that 1B. With the Quiplash, I can pass it off as another episode. I can't really do that when it's split 5 ways. So to answer your question, the Jackbox Showdown streams are going to be left up. I will be redoing the cooking sim one though. I will take those down, edit them into one video, and then re-upload it. I just gotta make sure I get it in the right order. But yeah, Ashley, have you had the chance to speak with Justin yet and smooth things over?
Sorta. I'll be fine.
Okay. But yes, James, when it's only a second VOD that gets generated, I'm not too bothered. When it's any more than that, yeah, I'm gonna edit it together. That's why you'll find I ended up doing some of the Kings Road ones and rehashing them as separate episodes rather than editing them together and re-uploading them. Coffee. Oh. Feel the life coming back. Alright. She has a convenience store bag in hand. There are various food items inside, but she doesn't look like they're for us. But it doesn't look like they're for us. Ooh, the air in here is so thick. The 3 of us probably look pretty haggard since we stayed up all night. A mail from Suzu. I'm so hungry I had to skip breakfast again today. I don't have much money on hand. Are there any good places to find insects or weeds around here? I can get by using my survival skills if I have to. What kind of childhood did you have? Also, look how much mail we've accumulated. It's hard to put on a bright smile now that I know about CERN. I'll refresh the air! Mayuri opens the window wide. The sky is so blue it hurts my eyes. Large clouds listlessly drift on the wind. It truly is a refreshing sight. Mayuri's appearance makes Daru get up with a grimace. Kurisu also finally moves away from the computer, sipping her hot coffee while rubbing her eyes. I glance at the clock and then go to the center of the room and call for attention. Since all lab members are present and accounted for, this is the perfect opportunity to hold another roundtable conference. Roundtable confluence? What's that? A meet of lab members. Have we ever done that before?
そもそも円卓なんてどこ
Do
に
you
ある
even
の
have a round table? Looks pretty square to me. You know that one behind me right there? Wait, no, it's not a square, it's a rectangle. Fuck, I'm supposed to be a genius. Not physically. However, it exists in the hearts of all lab members. Am I mistaken?
そうだろじゃなかろうが
Yes,
勝
you're
手に人
mistaken.
の
Don't
心の
go
中に
sticking
変なもの
things
持
in
たせない
people's hearts.
マヨシーにもあるか
Is
な
there one in Mayushi's too? Of course there is.
そっか
Oh, that's good.
で
But
も
what's a round
円
table?
卓って何
What's a
てかな
roundable?
んで円卓アーサー王
And why a round table? You King Arthur?
そもそも私はラボメンといっても期間限定だ
Only a
し
temporary Shall I try that one again? I'm only a temporary map. I'm supposed to be doing her voice. I'm only a temporary lab member anyway. There we go. These people whine about every little thing.
とにかく円卓会議だ
Anyway,
マイルは
it's
昨
a
日の夜はい
round
なか
table
ったんで
conference, even though
ひと
the
まず
table is
今の
rather
俺たちの置かれた状況を教えてく
rectangular.
れ
Mayuri wasn't here last night, so first let's explain the situation to her. Tell Mayuri about everything we discovered in her absence. About how CERN is making a time machine. About the Jellyman. About how men in black may be coming to erase us for what we know.
悪いことは良くないよ
I told you you shouldn't do bad things.
悪いだと
Bad, you say? We are bad? Absurd.
それを言うならばセルンの
If
方が
we're
よほど
bad,
悪
then CERN is even worse. They aren't satisfied with ruling the world. They want to get their hands on the space-time itself.
同意するわ
I agree. For some weird reason, Kurisu backs me up.
セルンのやってることは
What CERN is doing is
社会的にも人間的にも
unforgivable. They are traitors to
そして
humanity,
研究者
to
としても
society,
許
and
さ
to
れることじゃない
science.
そうだけど
I guess. She doesn't sound convinced. I didn't want to get Mayuri involved, but she's surprisingly perceptive. She'd find out even if we kept it a secret. Oh my god, James! CERN is controlling the world, Gromit! God damn it! Gromit! I've snorted ketamine and now I'm going to die! She'd have found out even if we kept it a secret, so it's better to just tell her. Anyway, Ragnarok can no longer be averted. The final battle with CERN is near. A large part of me is still afraid, but we've come too far to turn back now. We can't unlearn what we know.
Ragnarok?
Ragnarok?
また北欧神話か。
Norse mythology again?
Christina!
Christina, I ordered you to investigate CERN. What have you learned?
命じられた覚えはないけどね。
I don't remember being ordered, but whatever.
セルンがタイムトラベルにおいて抱えている
Two
問題
problems
点
CERN
は2
faces
つ。
with time travel.
1つは電
First
子
is
注
the
入装置
electron
リフタ
injection
ーの調
device,
整。
also known as a lifter.
これがうまく機能しないと
Unless they
カー
get
ブラ
it
ッ
to
クホール
function
の得
properly,
意
they
点を
can't make
裸
the
にでき
curved
ない。
black hole singularities naked.
この状態で得意点を
If you
通過しよう
send
と
the
すれば
test subject
超
through
重力
singularity
に
in
よっ
its
て機関
current
車が
state, the
ミクロレベ
supergravity
ルまで圧
compresses
縮さ
them
れてし
to
ま
a
う。
micro level.
当然無事ではいられない
Actually,
わ。
there's no way to survive.
それとタイム
The
トラベル
second
先の
problem is that
局所
they
場指
can't
定ができな
specify
い
a
こと
physical
が2点目。
destination. They can't choose
得意点
where
を
they
抜け
end
て
up after
どこへ
traveling
出
to
る
the
かの指定が
past.
できだから各地で見つかって
That's
い
why
る
I'd
14人
say
のゼリーマン
the
は
14
む
found
しろ運が
jellymen
いい方
were
だ
the
ったと
lucky
言うべき。
ones.
人体実験は 2001
Over
年から
100
100
human
回以上行われ
experiments
てい
have
た。
been performed since 2001.
残りの
The
80人以
remaining
上は
80 or so
ど
people
こへ
ended
飛ば
up
されたの
somewhere
か
they
すら
can't
確
be
認でき
found.
ていないということ。
なんで確認できないの？
Why can't they be found?
マユシ、そんなこと
Didn't
も
you
知らん
know,
の？
Mayoshi? The world
地
is
球は常に
constantly
動いて
moving.
るんだよ。
Rotational
自
speed
転
is
速
about
度は時速にして
1,500
1500キロ。
kilometers per
公
hour.
転速度は11万4000キロで
Its orbital speed is 114,000 kilometers per hour. Daru's tone is authoritative, but he's just relaying what he heard from Kurisu last night.
セルンはその2点につい
Well,
て
I'm
ファイル
relaying
を
what
作成みたい
I
だが
heard from your mom last night. Oh! Sorry. CERN has been looking into these solutions.
Break in my house, will you? Smart
Not
guy.
my
I got
mama.
trouble for you too,
No
Mr.
more
Fancy
mama.
Pants.
No
Meaning,
more
first,
mama.
who gonna pay for my
No
goat?
more mama. No more mama. CERN's been looking for solutions, but it's not going well. So even CERN's having difficulties?
それで助手よ。セ
Now
ルのタイムマシンから
Have you learned
電話レ
anything
ンジ
that
カッ
could
ト
help
仮のヒン
us
トになる
complete
よう
the
なもの
phone
を見
wave
つかっ
name
たか
subject to change? We need to play Tattletale on stream? Absolutely! I'd be down to do that. Fucking curse. I love some cursed Furby bullshit. I'm actually surprised there isn't more Furby horror, considering everyone I knew that grew up with a Furby is terrified of them as an adult. We need more Furby horror games, please. Indie developers, give us what we want. In fact, wasn't there a whole episode of The Simpsons about Furbies? And Furbies taking over the world? Kurisu stares at the ceiling in thought.
そもそも
Well, I
LHC は
suppose you
世
could
界
call
一
the
巨大な
LHC the
電子レ
world's
ンジ
largest
なんて異
microwave
名もあ
oven.
るぐらいだけど
Of course. In other words, the phone wave being subject to changes in miniature LHC.
あながち間違ってないかもね。
Might be onto something there. I was sure she'd deny it, in fact. I thought she'd yell at me. But instead she agreed with me. Throws me off a little.
もっとも電話レンジはわからないことが多すぎる。なんでセルンのタイムマシンと同じような現象をあの小さな電子レンジで起こせるのか。LHC と違ってこれはタイムトラベルのために作られたものじゃないの。
マユシーの唐揚げ
It
は
was made to warm Mayushi's chicken.
ものだよね。
まあそうね。
Well, yeah.
少なくともゼリーマン
Since the
という
Jellyman
電話レンジ
phenomena
カッコ仮でも起きている
occurs with the phone wave being subject to change, Mayuri's bananas must be reaching the curved black hole's ring singularity.
ブラックホールができてるの？ここに？
It makes a black hole? Here?
吸い込まれないかな？
It won't suck us in, will it? If it sucked us in, we'd become Jellyman too.
でも放電現象の仕組
We
みや
still
発
haven't
生
figured
条
out
件
the
が解明
electric
できてない。
discharge phenomena. Or the conditions required to cause it.
この前の実験だと放
During
電
our
現象が起
experiments
きた時
earlier,
にだ
we
け過
were
去
only
へメー
able
ルを
to
送
send
れた
emails to the pus during the discharge.
まだ2度しか成功していないがその放電現象
Although
が
it
意味
hasn't
するのは
happened
電
again, that discharge
すなわち
phenomenon
電子中の可能性が高い
could very well signify the
So
injection.
funny.
What?
I'm sending you something. It's funny.
Okay. Could very well signify the injection of a of charge. That is electrons. And what have you sent me? You said it's funny. Let's have a look.
I broke his nose, and then my stepdad picked me up, and the office was like, "You have to say sorry." Then the kid was like, "But she proved me wrong. She doesn't have to say sorry." Ladies and gentlemen, my best friend of many, many years. This is violently beautiful. In elementary school, I hit
Wait,
this kid
what?
'cause he said I can't punch, and I broke his nose, and then my stepdad picked me up, and the office was like, "You have to say sorry." Then the kid was like, "But she proved me wrong. She doesn't have to say sorry." Ladies and gentlemen, my best friend of many, many years. This is violently beautiful.
Not the white bitch breakfast.
That is incredible. Like, why are you booing her? She's right. Right?
What? Did you watch the video I sent you?
Yeah, why are you booing her? She's right! It's only available on Steam, so I'd have to bring my PC. Maybe I can use part of my payout to buy it for stream when it comes through. Is that a series you wanted to do with me in person? Because I'm 100% down to clown with that. Alright, I'll see what I can do about buying the game. Worst case scenario, we might be able to use my old Steam link. Something I haven't considered. And we can run that through the capture card. So if I'm able to get my hands on a simple laptop, I might not need to bring my computer every time anymore. I'm still looking, by the way. I had my eye on one for about 40 quid, but the guy ended up selling it to someone else before I could get a look in. So back to searching I go. That's one thing I could also put the payout towards, maybe, is getting the laptop. At least then I have a reliable budget to work with, and I don't have to wait till Monday to do a pickup. There's also that I could use the payout for. Because the laptop's also going to be our gateway into doing Game of Thrones with Rexy. you and Rexy, but... First step is getting a laptop. Because the good news is I can feed an HDMI cable from the laptop to your TV, and then we can see what the laptop sees on the big screen. Pretty neat, right? It's gonna revolutionize the way we watch things, because we can watch things with my Discord group as well. Speaking of Rexy, Rexy just started playing The Sims 4. Any hoozles. Only when it occurs does the path to the singularity open.
放電現象の原因は
We
わか
don't
ら
know
ない
the
じゃない
cause of the discharge phenomenon. Here's a drinking game for everyone at home. Take a drink every time they say phenomena. Actually, don't do that. You might get alcohol poisoning. But yeah, I'm kind of going for, like, I'm not going for anything too powerful, because all it needs to do is be able to run OBS and stream video, right? It doesn't need to be able to run games or anything like that. And for my Steam library, we can use the Steam link to that end. All it needs is for my computer to be on here and connected to internet, and for the Steam link to be on yours and connected to your internet. It will then, in real time, live stream the game to the Steam link. It's really cool. And we would be able to run something like that through the capture card, which would solve the age-old question of running games on a laptop not meant for running games. It's not, by any means, perfect, but it's theoretically our best shot. In itself, the Steam Link is more or less a prototype version of the Steam machine that Steam has been developing recently. The only difference between this thing and what the Steam machine can do is the fact that the games on the Steam machine can be stored locally, whereas this one plays them over the internet. I'd have to find all the bits and pieces for it, but it's doable. I'd also have to make sure the damn thing still works, which I might run some tests with when I get done with stream. It would definitely solve the gap in our library with this new method. Ah shit, I broke the VTube model again. But honestly, guys, I know I said I was gonna do this for 4 hours, but like, I'm actually getting kinda tired. And I think we have made decent headway this episode, so I think I'm gonna call it here. Like, I think we more than compensated for the lack of progress last week. Especially with reaching chapter 3. As always, everybody, if you're new you like what you see, don't forget to follow. If you want to support future streams, don't forget to host. And if you're more established on Twitch, you can even give us a raid. On that note, here's our raid call. Here's our sub-raid call. Let's go find someone to raid. Ow! Let's try not to knock things over. Let's see. Tell you what, everybody, let's take a little gay goobers knock, knock, knock over to the lesbian next door, who is playing some Ark Survival Ascended. See you next time on Goobers. Bye, everybody.
Customers bet £10, they get £40 in free bets. Join us today.
Yeah, you're happy, buddy.
We'll have another letter of the